Are you ready to grow your email list, but you're confused about how to start? Or maybe you've done all of the hard work, you created your freebie, and now you've collected a bunch of emails from customers and you don't know what to do with them. If either of these descriptions fit you, you are in the right place. In today's episode, I'm going to break down why creating an email nurture sequence is an essential part of your business growth strategy. So if you want to know more about creating your email nurture sequence with an example email to grow your mailing list, stay tuned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the best place for entrepreneurs and corporate professionals who want help supervising and leading teams for business success. If you're new to me, I'm Javoria Scott, a leadership coach and a management consultant. This episode is tied to my entrepreneur series. It's a bit of a departure from my normal kind of episode. However, because I'm a leadership coach and also an entrepreneur, and I'm committed to sharing the things that I wish I knew when I first started out, I'm helping you out in this video. Today, I'm talking about using email marketing as a way to increase your customer base and create your virtual community of people who know, like, and trust what you do in order to scale your business success. And if you stick around until the end of this episode, I'll give you free access to my email nurture sequence template to use as an example for creating your own. So stick around until the end so you know how and where to get it. Let's talk about what email marketing is and why having at least one email nurture sequence can be beneficial to your business growth. I'd say that email marketing is one of the best ways to attract new customers to learn more about your product or service that you offer, and it's also a creative way to connect with existing customers who've already opted into one of your freebies. Email marketing is basically using email messages to update your customers on what is new in your business and tell them about any new offers, industry-specific news related to your business, etc. It's a great way to keep in touch with your customers so that they can get to know you and your business and your brand. An email nurture sequence is a short, targeted, one-week series of emails that you send to people who opt into joining your email list. It helps them to get to know you and your brand. It helps your audience also to decide if they want to stick around and hear more from you or join your online community via your weekly newsletter. Think about it. Just about everyone in the world is online. And believe it or not, that's exactly where your ideal customer is. The key is to capture attention with your unique personality, your brand, and style to create a community of raving fans who eventually buy from you and become your brand ambassadors. How the email nurture sequence works is you offer your audience something for free, like a digital product in the form of a brochure or a checklist, a resource guide, or a workbook. Something that offers value to your potential audience. After they opt into receiving that freebie, your email nurture sequence begins. You would send them a series of 4 to 6 emails to their email inbox scattered over a week. Like I said before, this email sequence allows you to nurture your audience so that they get to know you and what your business and brand are all about. It also allows you to keep in touch with your prospective customers and update them on things that you think that they'd want to know, or you can introduce them to your products or service that you're selling. And that's the focus of the email sequence. Now, let me take you through what you want to include in each of the emails. The first email in your nurture sequence is your opt-in email. This is a very brief email where you thank them for opting in to receive your freebie and you deliver what you promised. Nothing more and nothing less. Remind your audience to expect more from you. Remind them that emails from you will continue to show up in their inbox and they should mark your emails as safe so that you don't end up in their spam folder. The key is to keep the email brief, and by brief, I mean the less than a paragraph, and don't forget to include your personality. The second email in your nurture sequence is your bridge building email. I I call it that because you want to remind them of who you are, and you want to make a connection with them by building a bridge between them forgetting who you were when you first sent your freebie to them and reintroducing them to your brand and why you're showing up in their inbox again. In this email, you want to say thanks again and reintroduce yourself. Say who you are, what your business does, and how you can help them. You also want to find a way to connect with your reader in this email. Make them feel that they belong and that someone really gets them. Share a relevant example of a pain point that you have in common that you solved for yourself. Something that they struggle with that gives them permission to not be perfect. The third email in your email nurture sequence is your get to know my brand email. In this email, you want to briefly establish credibility for your brand. Ask questions like, what do you do and why should they listen to you? What do your current customers say about you? Try to deliver this information in a creative way. In this third email, you could share an article that you wrote or a video tutorial that you created or your podcast link. It could be anything that demonstrates your skill set and knowledge to your audience. So don't forget to redirect them towards something that showcases your talent. This email is about quickly establishing your experience or knowledge in this space to build the know, like, and trust factor. This is where you want to bring them behind the scenes a little. Tell them what's going on and let them feel like they're getting to know you so that they can't wait to be a part of your community. At this point in the sequence, I usually skip a day to give my audience a breather in the email sequence. It just gives their inbox a minute to cool before they hear from me again. If this video has helped you so far, insert an email or mail emoji or a letter emoji in the comment section and let me know. My camera overheated in the sun, so I switched locations. Life happens, right? Now back to the video. The fourth email in your nurture sequence is the recommend, redirect, and ask email. You want to start this email by providing your readers with useful information. This could be a fun fact about your business or brand, or a quote, or a book recommendation. It could be an industry insider tip, or you could share a hack. It could be anything, as long as it fills the knowledge gap, keying them in on something that they didn't know before. Next comes the redirect or soft sell. Redirect them to your product or service. Tell them how it can help solve a particular pain point and ask them to invest in finding their own solution by purchasing your product. This could be as simple as offering a low-ticket digital download or inviting them to join your membership. Doesn't matter where it falls on the scale. I know that many entrepreneurs are uncomfortable with this side of business, but if you don't sell your products and services, people can't purchase them. And lastly, you want to start the feedback loop by asking them about their opinion. Ask them what they'd like to see from you next. It's important to know that some people prefer spreading this information over a few more emails within this series, more than just the 4 that I mentioned. And if that works better for you, then go for it. I would say for the purposes of this particular campaign, to keep it at 6 emails or less if you can. This will allow for the one-day pause and breathing room that I mentioned, and it will help you to keep the email sequence within a week. However you choose to do it, the takeaway is to keep your email nurture sequence short and punchy, infused with your personality and your style. Now, because you watched this episode until the end, I'm sharing my email nurture sequence with you to help you to build your email list and remove all the guesswork. I have mine linked in the description box for you to use as a blueprint, so make it your own. Use it as a guide and modify it for your unique style. It's free, so be sure to check it out. If you've enjoyed this episode and you want to learn more about email marketing, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell, because in my next episode, I talk about how to create an email welcome sequence that you can convert those cold leads into raving fans for a wildly successful business. As always, have a great week, be kind to yourself, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.